Hey YouTube, Shane the tobacco man here and well, I'm smoking Old Faithful here, my for Proddy pipe, which is my favourite pipe, and then I'm smoking Samuel Garworth Best Brown Flake. I'm here to get a VR in for Cobbit of the Shire. I'm sure most of you know who he is, or who I'm talking about, and if you don't, go on over and subscribe him. He's a great guy. His name's Stephen. He's just a great guy that tells some great stories and reads good stories, and he's just a good guy. He's a staple part of the community here. So Stephen wants us to tell a story or read a poem or something along those lines and give someone a shout out. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to a guy just subbed there. He's a guy that, he'd been a lurker for a long time, and now he's trying to come out in front of the camera a little bit, and he's doing very, very well. And you should go and check him out. Welcome to the community. He's a good guy. Pipe and Spirits. I'll put his name down in the hole here, so you can find out a little bit more about him. Go and check him out and hit him with a sub. I think he's got like 50 subs or something right now. So I wondered if I was going to read a poem, or I like reading poems. I don't like reading them aloud, but I don't mind reading poems to myself. But I'm going to tell you a story. It's a true story. This is something that happened to me back in probably, I think it was 2000 or 2001. I went to Montana on a hunting trip, hunting for elk. This is my third time here in Montana. It's my third time there in the Bitterroot Wilderness area. It was a guided hunt, so we had a guide that brought us in, dropped camp. Good time, always was a good time. And between, it was always 5 or 6 of us went, and, we generally always pulled a few elk out of there between us all, so I was there 3 years, and I pulled, well, altogether, I was there 5 years, and I pulled 3 different elk out of it. But let me tell you my dilemma, what happened one of the times I was there. It was the second day of the hunting trip this year, and we were all, there was 3 of us together. There was me and one of my friends, Tom, and one of the guys, and we were glassing this mountain where we knew there was moving elk. We could see them, but we were trying to get on them. We couldn't get on them. So I guess around 10:30 or so, I says to myself, I'm going to go this way, you guys can go that way, and we'll see what happens, So I go down the mountain a little bit, and I get onto this ridge, and I travel the way around. And I've done that for an hour or so, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm seeing some mule deer, massive big mule deer, and I'm really enjoying myself. And I'm trying to glass certain areas and see what I can see. And You know, after a couple of hours of that, I sat down and I ate a little sandwich and a cup of coffee, and I was kind of glassing this one area, and I spotted an elk, and just like it's like a little small field. So I'm looking at it, and I wasn't sure if it was an elk or not, and I kind of got my stuff together, and I go over, I try and make my way closer to where I thought I seen this elk, and there was 3 elk in there, and so I'm all pumped now. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to shoot this damn thing. So I try and make my way closer to there. This was a good bit out, and I was shooting a 300 Ultra Mag, a Wallaby 300 Ultra Mag, so I could put a shot on from a good distance, you know. But I still had to get closer. I was 600 yards away from where this elk was. But anyway, I get in within shooting range of this elk, and he stands behind this tree for the longest time. But anyway, after me waiting there for half an hour or so, he come out, and I got a shot at him. And bang, the minute I took the shot, bang, he was down. I thought he was down. So I make my way down to where I shot the elk, and no elk, no blood, no nothing. But where I thought I seen the elk, there was a drop off, and this ravine that ran around, and he must have just went down in there and ran to get away, and I didn't hit him. There was no blood or nothing. So after all this going on, I look at my watch. It was 2:45. I was heading for 3 o'clock. So darkness is coming in pretty fast. So I'm saying to myself, well, I need to get the hell out of here. And so I'm kind of mad, no elk, no whatever. You know, thought my friends were over the other way. I thought maybe they would kind of make their way over, thinking they heard the shots or whatever. Nothing. So anyway, I said to myself, I gotta get out of here. So I start looking at my compass to make my way back out the way I came, and my compass what my compass was telling me and what I was thinking were completely, you know, compass telling me to go one way and I had to go the other way. So it all come down to where, well, you gotta believe in your compass. So I took the compass and I was heading east wherever I had to go to get out of here. And it kept telling me, no, I'm going the wrong way, And the more I climbed up this mountain and climbed up and walked these ridges and around, nothing looked familiar, and I just felt wrong. But I had to keep moving. It was getting dark. So next thing, it was 4:30. It was dark. And I'm saying to myself, I don't know where I am. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. When you're out in the Bitterroot Wilderness in Montana, you are in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing. Nowhere. So I'm saying to myself, I'm going to have to get up into this tree and just get up into the tree and kind of stay there for the night. Or to, you know, so at least I could make flashlight signs or whatever. If anybody come looking for me, I had a better advantage up a tree, and I could see any mountain lions coming after me. I could see. So anyway, I get up into this tree and I'm trying to look around me and I'm trying to figure out where I am. And I could see in the distance, I could just see this light flickering. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, there's no light, like, you know, there's nothing there. There's nothing there to be flickering the light. So the light kept flickering and flickering and flickering, and I'm watching it and I'm like, is it one of my guys? Is it one of the guides? Is it one of my buddies, or what? What is it? So after about 15 or 20 minutes, you know, I could still see this just flickering light. So I unloaded my gun and I threw the scope up on it, and I didn't really know what it was, but I knew it was something. I knew it was perfectly clean to be seen. It was a light and it was just moving. So, cut a long story short, within another 15-20 minutes, I could see this light coming closer to me, put my glass on it, and it was somebody coming towards me. So that was a big sense of relief for me, just to know. I thought it was one of my friends, and I thought one of the guides or one of my buddies. So whenever they got in with about 100 yards of me, I flashed the light at them to let them know I was there. And the guy, he looked up at me, and the minute he looked up at me, I had my light on him. He just kind of put his hand up and got there. Just the way my father would have done it. It's kind of crazy. The way he done it was just like something my father would have done. So I give myself, put my backpack on and stuff, and I untie stuff from the tree, and I come down out of the tree and let this guy walk up to me, and I says to him, and I says, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at or where I'm supposed to be. He says to me, he says, hell, my laddie, he says, you're not in Ireland now. And I said, nah, I'm not, man. I says, I don't know where I am. And he says to me, well, who are you here with, or what are you doing, or who are you with? Are you with guys? Are you with them lazy outfitters up there? And I'm like, yeah. But he's doing all this in an Irish accent. And I thought he was just kidding me. He says, come on with me. He says, I'll walk you around. And he says, and I'll tell you where you can go. Lo and behold, he was from Ireland. Imagine that. Being lost in the Bitterroot wilderness in Montana. And getting lost. And coming across another Irish guy. That's a pretty crazy thing right there. That blew my mind. And he walked me around, and he come up the mountain with me, and once we get on this one ridge, he says to me, you follow this ridge around, follow it on around. He says, you're going to come up on the top of the hill. He says, and you make a right, and he says, you're going to start to know where you are, because there is stuff there that they have set up. They have the tags and trees and stuff, so you can shine the light on them and it'll reflect. And I had no problem getting back. That old guy lived in Idaho, and he used to go in there. He would camp out in there, and he would stay there for maybe 4 weeks. Every year he done it. So he did. He was a doctor in Idaho. My camera's shaking here because I was sitting on the table. But that's my story, guys. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I've told it a few times. My friends have told it a few times, and we always get a good laugh out of it. So hope it was interesting for you, Stephen, and I hope it meets your requirements. And congratulations on your 500 plus subscribers, and I'm sure it's just going to keep going up. I know you had talked about maybe leaving the YTPC, but I don't think you're going to go nowhere, man. You're part of the family here, so I'll talk to you later, Stephen. Thank you, and I will put the name to the Pipes and Spirits in the hole here, so you can give him a sub, because he's a good old guy as well. Like I say, he's just trying to come out from behind the camera, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. So, alright guys, put that in your pipe and smoke it.